Easy Tigers, this is Tom Burgoyne from FX Logic and I'm coming to you with another trading entry tip for the New Zealand dollar and the euro. Now, to get the logic behind how I enter my trades and how I deal with my trades, then you'd have to watch my introduction video, which gives you a slight bit of in-depth. However, I'm going to quickly talk you through where I've got to now. So I'm on the daily. And as you know, I use my histogram and I use my momentum to show me divergence and convergence. So we're on a daily, and this peak here for this histogram and this momentum, the price goes up and hits this peak here. However, the histogram and the momentum go down. So you've got a downwards move on the histogram and the momentum, and an upwards move on the price. So this is a classic case of a divergence. So I will now zoom into my 4 hours. And let's make it a little bit bigger so we can see. So on my 4 hours, I've got a peak here, and the price goes up to a higher peak here. Now let's look. On my histogram, I've got a peak here, and the next peak is lower. I've got a peak on my momentum, and the next peak tiny bit lower, pretty much thereabouts, bang on. However, this could be a move. So let me go to my hourly. And what do we have here? So on the hourly, we can see that the price goes up from there. We go to a higher peak, to a higher peak, to a higher peak. On the histogram, we go from the highest peak to a lower peak, to an even lower peak, to a nothing. On the momentum's stronger, the momentum's dying off, it's dying off again, and then it comes up and it's still dying off. So this tells me that actually we're probably quite ready for a trade. However, we need to wait for our stochastic to come into play. So I'll be waiting for the stochastic to touch on this on the overbought line. Okay, so what I might do just quickly is go on to my 15 minutes and go even more in depth, and let's take an even closer look, because that seems to be going up and down, up and down. So what do we have here? So on our 15 minutes, we have a peak and a lower peak if we're looking at the price range. So we have the histogram, it goes low at that point, which it does because this goes down. And then from this point to this point, it goes from there, it goes lower. From there, it goes lower. But our stochastic is in the middle. So I actually think that this is going to reverse back up and maybe make a higher high, but without the momentum and without the histogram really doing anything. So we'll keep an eye on that. My stop that I plan will be at the top of this peak here. That's on the 15 minutes, but actually let's go to the hourly. And yes, so if we're taking the trade as it is, let's go and put a horizontal line at the top of our peak, just above it, to give it a bit of breathing space for the spread. And if we went on where it is now, so 5993, 5982, so you're talking 11.5 pips, which isn't really nothing great. It's not a big movement to make. However, the candles are not making big movements. So let's see, because I actually think that this is going to go up a little bit more, and our stochastic will touch on the line. So keep an eye on that. When the stochastic hits the line, move in for the trade. Put your stop around. I'd always go for around, if there's no prominent place to put it, like this would be a prominent place because it's a high. If there's no prominent place to put it, then I'd always go for around 30 pips. However, let's go to our 4 hourly Prominent place could be up here. However, we're looking at about 60 pips. So we'll keep going. If we're getting the entrance right, then we should be good to go on with our stop at the top there, but we're going to make another peak up. I know we are. So when this makes another peak up, right, we then have to see where it lands, and our stop could be around here, and we just have to do our money management and see what it comes to. Right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it, and subscribe to my channel, and these 2 to 5 minute videos will keep flowing through with potential trades upcoming and updates on where to move your stops once we're in a trade. All right, thank you.